The first pro regarding the 2026 Mazda CX-50, it's going to be the refined driving characteristics. This is a rather quiet and comfortable SUV. All of the powertrain options are excellent. I personally recommend just going with the entry-level naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. That should be more than enough for most families. However, with the CX-50, there is also the option of getting a hybrid, and it's essentially a Toyota hybrid system, one of the most robust, reliable hybrids out there. So that's what you're getting with the CX-50. Currently, the CX-5 got fully redesigned. I'm about to do a full review on that vehicle shortly. And the CX-5 currently is not available with the hybrid. It will be in 2027, but as of this recording, if you want a hybrid Mazda, you have to go with the CX-50. So the powertrains, the refinement, and all of the driving characteristics, I would label all of these things as a big pro. And regarding the turbo CX-50, yeah, that's good. If you have deep pockets, it's available to you. However, the con is, in the real world, if you are a more aggressive driver, the turbo engine won't be getting great fuel economy. Not to mention, if you want the most out of that turbo engine, you do have to put premium fuel into it. But again, the NA 4-cylinder, that's great. The second pro regarding the CX-50, it's going to be the pricing and the value that it has to offer. When you look at similar trim levels of the CX-50, like if you compare a preferred and a premium to the CX-5, the CX-50, it's going to be about $2,000 cheaper for those particular trim levels that I just mentioned. And that's great. And if you want that additional power, you can get the entry-level turbo for less than what a fully loaded CX-5 would go for. And towards the end of this video, I will be sharing with you how you can save on average about 10% off the sticker price on new Mazda SUVs, including the CX-50 of course, but also aside from that, in general, Mazdas just offer us more incentivized programs like almost 0% interest rate financing, good low money factor or low interest rate lease deals as well. So that's a big pro for Mazda compared to Honda and Toyota, which sometimes just have absurd interest rates. So that, coupled with the discounts I'm going to mention towards the end, that just makes this brand overall a good value proposition for most families. Now, a con regarding the CX-50, it's going to be in regard to the lack of interior space compared to most of its rivals, including Mazda's own CX-5. The new CX-5 is just far larger now compared to the CX-50. We have more legroom and trunk space in the CX-5 compared to this, and it's a similar story with things like the Honda CR-V, the Toyota RAV4. They are a little bit more spacious than the CX-50. Again, this SUV, it's fine. In general, Mazdas were known as being one of the tighter, more smaller vehicles in the segment. They're trying to change that with the CX-5, but again, I'm 5'11", I can sit behind myself. The trunk, it's still over 30 cubic feet, but truly the big pros regarding the CX-50 interior space, it's going to be the fact that the overall interior layout, the solidity, all of that is decent. However, we have physical buttons and switches that are separate from the infotainment screen. You get that here with the CX-50, you do not get that with the CX-5. That's been redesigned. So if you like these more traditional controls, there you go. I also find that the infotainment is rather easy to use and it's pretty non-distracting. The Bose audio system, if you go with the higher trim levels, it continues to be one of the best audio systems in the segment for sure. You do have to get the premium trim level of the CX-50 to get the Bose audio system. I do like the fact that Mazda gives us the useful safety tech features as standard, like the blind spot monitoring, the rear cross traffic alert, and in general, Mazda is rather well equipped. You get the all-wheel drive system as standard, you get the wireless Apple CarPlay, the Android Auto, all of that good stuff, and you even get the wireless phone charger as well. However, a con, it's not really a con for me personally, but a lot of people mention that Mazda seats are not very comfortable. I find them to be decent, but I'm just going to label it a con for this video because a lot of people have complained about it. So definitely try to spend some time with this SUV, sit in it for a while, see if you develop any pain or any fatigue. Everyone is different and seating comfort can be pretty subjective for sure. I feel like most people probably wouldn't like premium office chairs either. Most premium office chairs are designed with a rather stiff and hard bottom cushion. All of that is to promote good posture. So if you're just not used to these things, then yeah, you might not like certain seats or what certain companies are trying to achieve. A sloppy, slushy seat might feel comfortable initially, but you can develop pain over time. So things to watch out for. And this isn't really a pro or a con, but if you cared, the CX-50, it's made here in the United States. The CX-5 Mazda, that is still made in Japan. So there is that. I'm currently testing the new CX-5 right now. I like the SUV, but it's quite different from this CX-50 for sure. CX-5, it's only available with the NA 4-cylinder, and that engine is making quite a racket for the 2026 model year. but it's kind of in a good way. It's rather aggressive. It sounds pretty decent, but it's sort of uncharacteristic of Mazda. So if you want that more quieter, more tame, traditional Mazda experience, maybe go with the CX-50. But the final pro that I want to mention, it's going to be the fact that the CX-50, it continues to be an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. So this will continue to be a rather safe SUV for you and your family. With that established, here's how you can save a substantial amount of money with new Mazda vehicles. You can reach out to AutoCompanion, who is one of the largest car brokers in the United States. Their partner dealerships are offering between 9.5% to 11% off the sticker price on most new Mazdas. And again, that includes the CX-50. Certain trim levels, like the Select model, they are going for 11% off the sticker price. That is tremendous savings right there. And that's before incentives. So things like loyalty, military, conquest, these types of manufacturer incentives will stack on top of these dealer discounts that you see. And yeah, even the hybrid models, they have 10% off the sticker price, 9.5% off. With the hybrid, I would just stick with the entry-level preferred. That's also the model with the biggest discount, 10% off. And if you like the new redesigned CX-5 on certain trim levels, they got up to 12% off the sticker price like the entry-level Select. And as mentioned before, Mazda, it's just one of those brands. They typically have good incentivized interest rates for both financing and leasing. That's another big advantage for Mazda compared to other brands like Toyota and Honda. And you stack these deep discounts on top, Mazda just becomes an excellent value proposition for most families, not to mention the quality of the drive, the refinement, the good features across the board. This is why Mazda has always been a solid recommendation for me and for most other journalists. However, AutoCompanion does not just have Mazda deals, they also have Subaru deals, some of the best prices there, like close to 12% off on most models. They also have Nissan deals as well, and some more luxury-oriented brands like BMW, Audi, Mercedes, Lexus, Porsche, and more. These are genuinely some of the best prices for new cars in the United States, and you don't have to fight or haggle to get these prices. These are pre-negotiated for you, and you don't have to worry about paying any additional nonsense fees like nitrogen fees, tin fees. You don't have to play any of those shenanigans when you work with AutoCompanion's dealerships. It's always a nice, clean, elegant process working with them, so they're saving you time, headache, frustration. And if you need nationwide shipping, AutoCompanion can arrange that as well. I've had 2 vehicles shipped, never had an issue. However, you can pick up in either Washington, D.C. or in California, and you can save on that shipping cost. Now, AutoCompanion does charge a concierge fee to access these deals. It goes higher and lower depending on the brand that you're buying from. On Mazdas, it's pretty affordable. However, if you mention my channel, I will be compensated, but you will also save $50 off of their fee, and I really appreciate them doing that for my audience. So all of their information will be in the description box below. If you found value with this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.